Hey guys, Bryce here, and on today's video of City Skylines, we are going to talk about computers. Fun, right? No, but on all seriousness, guys, I wanted to bring today's episode, or I wanted to bring in today's episode to light what I think a great, not budget computer, but a great middle tier, middle ground computer would be. And for anyone who might want to take this advice and buy some of these components that I'm talking about today, all for you, and I hope that it gives you a little bit of advice and a little bit of a guide of what to go about getting. So let's go ahead and start out first on starting this up. We still have a water problem. What is going on? Oh yeah. We do have a water problem here, huh? Now, not enough money. What? Oh, wow. That's not good. I am out of money. So, let's get these guys as much as I can for the moment. Until, there we go, come on. Almost there. We almost got y'all. Oh, man. So, the computer that I'm talking about, like I said, is going to be a kind of a middle ground computer, just something for your everyday gamer who wants to either stream or record or just do some simple editing or GPU rendering, blah blah blah. It's going to be for the student, for the someone who's still living with their parents or they don't make that much money. And I went with an Intel build this time. I haven't really gotten to work with AMD chips. I mean, I have, but I haven't. It's hard to explain. But as many of y'all know, I am in the computer repair business. I do repair computers on a daily basis, and I do also build computers on a weekly basis. Why don't y'all have? Oh, y'all don't have water, do y'all? And quite honestly, I love building computers. I love putting together lists for parts and all that different jazz. And on this computer that I put together, let's just talk about it. For the processor, I went with a 4690K, and I have worked with a 4690K. It is a quad-core processor. It's also unlocked, so there is the ability to overclock. And on the couple that I've gotten to use and work with in the past, I was able to get a stable 4.5 gigahertz at less than 1.2 volts, which is great. It resulted in little heat output. I think the max temps that I got on all the cores were like 65 degrees on both chips, and on two chips that's great, you know, because I know some people get the silicon lottery, which, you know, they can get 5 gigahertz at 1.3 volts and blah blah blah. So I mean, you know, it's really good that I was able to get a stable overclock of 4.5 gigahertz on two chips at less than 1.2 volts, which kind of gives you the hint that it's a stable processor. Now, for those who want to go to a higher tier, they can always get a 4790K. It is a quad core. It's also hyper threaded, so you do get 8 virtual cores and 4 physical cores, or four virtual and 4 physical, combined for a total of 8 virtual and physical. I've never worked with the 4790K. I worked with the 4770K, which is the previous generation. Let's get some residential out here. How am I gonna do this? This is just gonna be. I'm doing awful at the job of. That's all right. All right. Sorry, I just stopped there for a second, guys. I'm concentrating on here. Or we get some money. We are losing people fast. What the? I guess that might be because of the residential. But like I was saying, 4790K if you want to go for a higher tier. And let's get some water out here. For the cooling is definitely a big factor when you want to build a new computer. You don't want your chip going above 75 degrees, in my opinion. It will heat up your room quite a bit, and it degrades the life of the processor even more. I mean, 75 degrees on an Intel chip is decent. I mean, you can get that and be fine for a while, for days to come or years to come. But I went ahead and went with, for the lower tier, a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo. That comes with one fan, so you do have a push or pull configuration. If you want to pull in air from outside or push air to the outside, you can do that. I opted for a push-pull configuration, so you just got to get another 120 millimeter fan and have it to where you can do a push-pull configuration that pulls a lot more air through that heatsink, which is going to give it a lot better cooling. And then for the higher tier, if you want to go with a higher tier, I haven't worked with Noctua. I've heard great things about Noctua though. I went with a Noctua NHD14. I know this is a massive cooler, and for cases that are smaller cases than a mid tower, you might not want to go with a Noctua. It's going to be a big heatsink in that case. It is a beautiful, in my opinion, it is a beautiful heatsink. I love the way it looks. I just, and I don't mind the brown fans, honestly. A lot of people hate them, but I don't mind them. So that's for the cooling. For the motherboard, there's two motherboards I went with. Hold on one second, I got something going on. Alright, sorry about that. For the motherboards, or motherboard, you can either go with the, not lower tier, I would say actually the lower tier on this would be the MSI Gaming 5 motherboard. I have worked with this one in the past. Decent motherboard, I liked it. Not too many features, but for someone who doesn't need a lot of features, they can go with an MSI Gaming 5 and be just fine, as long as they don't need any buttons or they need anything special on the inside to where you need to diagnose something, or you need to have two CMOS or BIOS. You need a dual BIOS or a triple BIOS and blah blah blah. So if you're just gaming and just recording, go with the Gaming 5. If you want a little bit more bang for your buck as far as features, go with an ASRock Z97 Extreme 4 motherboard. I've not gotten to work with this one yet. I want to. I've done a lot of research on it. The key features that, in my opinion, are great about it: it comes with 6 USB 3 ports on the back, and it does have an internal USB 3 header, and it also has 2 USB 2 ports. So it's got legacy USB on there. So if something does go wrong, you can use older older peripherals, so keyboard and a mice, or and a mouse, to where you can actually use the motherboard if for some reason the USB 3 isn't working. Now you can, if you want to go even higher than that, you can go with an ASRock Z97 Extreme 6 motherboard. It doesn't have the 2 USB 2s on the back. It does, however, have, I believe, 6 USB 3. I lied about that. And it does have a dual gigabit NIC. So you do have 2 gigabit NIC interfaces there. So for anyone who needs to use 2 networks, or needs to, transfer at a faster rate than a gigabit, you have that availability. And I'm sorry I'm all over the place. Like I said, I just started getting back into it, so talking is not my strong point. And we're moving on. For the RAM, the G-Skills Aries, or G-Skill Aries series, 16 gigabytes at 866 megahertz. Good RAM. I've used it in the past. 8500 finally. Now let's get that hydro power plant in. I really want to work with that. So while I'm talking about this, we'll do that. Good RAM, you know, solid RAM. It comes in the kit, 2 by 18 or by 8 gigabytes. You can get more if you need to. Most people won't. So that's the RAM right there. And yeah. Hold on. Why is that? That's very low. Estimated production 80 watts, 100. We do have enough for that. Give me a second here, guys. Let's figure this out. Space already occupied. Oh, that's why. 256. Ooh. So that's 272. 88 grand. Let's see how this does. I'm kind of scared here. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, so let's dezone this. That seems to be doing that seems to be doing alright. Let's dezone this, poor guys. Let's dezone this. Let's dezone this. Oh, you know what? We might as well just dezone all that all the way up there. That is rising fast. Oh my god. Okay, so we need to dezone this as well. I know it stabilizes after a little while. That seems to be doing actually pretty well. The power needs to be removed, and electricity. So I have 7 grand left. Let's put another. There we go. Cool. Alright. So let's see how that does. How's our electricity going? Oh, we have 401 megawatts. That's perfect. I can actually remove. For right now, we'll remove these. Oh, that poop. That's just, that's awful. Alright, so this comes at 14,000. Abandoned buildings, blah blah blah. There, we got to work with the dam. That really pushed that back, didn't it? Jeez. But that is that's producing quite a bit of electricity. Wait, what? What's going on? Hold on. That's not good. That is not good. Why? I may have messed up, guys. What is up with this dam, man? Stabilize. Alright, let's keep an eye on that for a little while. See, it keeps going down. I don't know why it keeps going down. Okay, I'm gonna put one more out here. I should not have gotten rid of those. That was dumb, Bryce. That was dumb. Let's just let's see how that does for a while. Our land view. Whoa! Holy snap! Okay, so we need to empty these badly. Let's do that right now, and we need to put another one down here as soon as we can, at least. I need 10 grand for that. No, 30 grand. Wow. How was our health? 73%. Fire safety, decent. Crime rate low. All right, so let's just let's keep that right there for right now. See how this does. It does seem to be doing all right. So I that might have been a mistake. Let's just see how that goes for right now. All right, where were we? All right, so I talked about the RAM, the storage. Storage is a big thing. For the what the heck, man? Oy vey. What is up with this dam, dude? Why is this not working? Oh, jeez. Oh, you know what? That's why. Alright. Come on. We just need this to stabilize. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to up... That was not good. I am gonna have to take out a loan. That's not good, honestly. I don't want to have to do this, but okay. We'll do that. And we're gonna have to put another couple of these out here for right now. Man, that pisses me off. Okay, so let's just put another 3 out here. And hopefully that stabilizes it. It seemed to be doing... Yeah, there we go. Budget. We're all at 11%. Why are we still... We're just losing people and losing money like crazy. Oh, gosh. Well, while we fail here, let's talk about the storage. For the money that you can spend right now, I would recommend going with a Samsung 850 EVO. Great little SSDs. I've worked with a lot of them in the past. I've probably put about 50 in computers. They're less than $100 right now, so, or for 250 gigabyte at least. You know, that's great. That's a great price. What is going on? What is up with this dam? This dam is just... I mean... why is the dam not letting any water through? I don't understand that. Can I get a freaking... I can't get a refund from this. Anyways, while we finally recover from that, for mass storage, I went with a 1 terabyte Western Digital Black. You know, that's a great hard drive, mass storage, blah blah blah. You already know that. Now for the GPU, there are so many different options out there. You want to put the most money you can in your GPU. We have a lot of people dying. Holy shit. I can't talk about my freaking computer or the computer build because of all these people are dying. Stop dying. What is going on? Y'all have water. Trash. We're just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. Mass death way ever coming. We should probably put a cemetery out here. And another cemetery out here. Huh. Yeah, might as well. Oh my gosh. A lot of people dying. A lot of people dying. Whoops. I may have ruined our city doing that. That was not good. Oh no. We're going in the red here again. This is not good. Oy vey. There's nothing I can do about it. We just gotta go with it. I'm gonna put it on slow. What I was talking about, the GPU, like I said, there's a lot of different options you can go with. This is definitely one of the most important things you can put in your computer, you know, alongside the processor. For the GPU, right now you can get an MSI R9 290 Twin Frozer for less than $300. That is a great deal. This GPU or this card has 4 gigabytes of VRAM, so plenty of VRAM for titles right now if you want to play on medium. Now this is a 1080p build, guys, so no 4K, no 1440p, which I know a lot of y'all probably won't use 1440p or 4K. Just bear that in mind. Core clock, it's for the overclock mode. It does have a 1007 megahertz core clock. For gaming mode, 977, and for silent mode, which I believe the fans turn at a very, very low RPM, keeping it really nice and quiet, it is 947 megahertz. Memory clock is 5000. You know, it's a great card. I've used it for the past year and a half now, and I love it. So our city is going to hell, and there's nothing I can do about it. I honestly don't know what to do about this. Is it... Oh, you know what? I figured it out. So they're dying from their own fecal matter. That's great. I'm so sorry, people. Let's connect these back up, huh? All right. Hopefully that figures itself out soon. Am I gonna have to take another budget out? I'm gonna have to take another loan out. I mean, I've got to. While this figures out, or figures itself out. Come on, we need this to hurry up and straighten itself out. Oh, it's going down. It's going down. All right. So we may have ruined this city. That sucks. That didn't last long, did it? Oh man, and I just wanted to talk about the freaking computer today. Oh well. While we're at it, let's just finish out the case. Case is really important. If you like just a stealthy, minimalistic case, go with the Corsair 200R. It's a mid-tower case, plenty of features to go with it. I believe it's an all, not all, but it's a steel / plastic place, or blah blah blah, steel / plastic case. I don't know why I can't say that. Great case to work in. I love it. I've got some pictures that I'm going to put up here in just a second. The in that build, it's a 4690K with a MSI Gaming 5 750 watt EVGA. I believe it's a bronze semi-modular power supply. 8 gigabytes of, and I'm going off of memory here, guys. I don't have the picture up yet, but this is a build I built for a customer. It's 8 gigabytes of Kingston HyperX RAM, 1600 megahertz, and a 1 terabyte Western Digital Black hard drive. Nothing too special. The processor, or the cooler, is a 212 Evo. Love that cooler. Probably one of the best coolers out there as far as cooling and budget oriented. So if you want to go that route, I would go that route. The benchmarks were great. I was able to play most games at max. I was able to record, stream, do all that stuff that you want to do when you have a computer like this. So I believe we are dragging on a little bit. I think this is over 20 minutes. I don't want to leave you all on a cliffhanger, so I guess we will figure out how this is going to go, whether or not I need to start a new world. You know what? Let's put some residential in real quick, actually. The trash, I guess. Let's do trash real quick. 99%, 99%, 87%. Okay, so I'll stop emptying that. This is 99% too. So let's get some trash real quick out. Let's put some more residential in real quick so we can get a little bit of money in. And hopefully that fixes it a little bit. That would be very nice. So let's take this out this way. I hate that. Alright, so alright, that's fine. We are out of money. Shoot. We are out of money. We are about to go downhill here really quick. And I can't take another budget out, can I? I mean a loan out. Why do I keep saying budget? Jesus. Oh man. Well, let's let's raise the taxes. I know you can raise it to 12% without having any repercussions, so let's do that real quick. Let's see how that goes. I hope that raises soon because we... Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, thankfully. Or thank God. Water, 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 water. These people need water. Stupid dam. I don't know what the hell happened, but the dam just all of a sudden started working. Oh, thank God. Alright, so we need to figure this out. I'm actually going to go on and I'm going to make a long video today, I guess. Let's get all of these stupid buildings. Oh my God. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make this a two-parter, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Leave it on the cliffhanger, and we will see y'all guys in the next episode. Talk to y'all later.